then he realizes that girl never existed. He just made it up on his own.
Yeah.
So he ends up searching for her. One day he does not find. Then he kept
You
striking,
know,
and then he was like,
Ash.
"Have you seen me with her?" The everyone says, "No, you were just alone." And then he was like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Isn't this a movie?
And then he feels like
Ash, you-
he's
I feel like this is
losing.
a.
Ash, yeah, yeah. Wait, give me a second.
Yes,
Ash,
sir.
how do you say incel fight club in Japanese? Because that's literally the move. That's literally the anime that you made. It's Fight Club with an insult twist. It's literally that.
But no.
The
Fight
first rule
Club
of
has a different. No, here it's like
the first rule of
nothing
Incel
bad
Fight
happens.
Club. You're nowhere near each other, and you fight from each other's basements.
Here,
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Redacted No More podcast. We are here with Chaos up here, flexing his new tattoo. He's a little
Padaman,
bit.
Padaman,
He's,
and
he's super proud of it. And we have Ash on the side with an anime picture of some guy eating ramen noodles.
not
Real
noodles.
original Ash.
Did you lose your eyesight?
I don't know what he's eating, dude.
Coffee. Coffee. Drinking coffee, you idiot.
I thought it was ramen noodles. Okay, that's what Japanese people eat all the time.
it looks like ramen to
Um,
me
uh,
too. Yeah,
see,
But you both
uh,
have shit eyes.
bro,
Fucking hell.
I just got these glasses, bro. I got like 37 vision.
I don't think you got even 10.
No, no, no,
You're blind practically.
bro. I'm white. Okay, calm down.
Yes.
well, yeah. So today I wanted to talk about something that was kind of related to the Bo Burnham special Inside, where because in that special he talks about capitalism and just being a consumers of the internet and all this whole new digital age and all that. And he's sort of criticizing it, but he's not giving any solutions to it. And I
So,
hear that from a lot of people. There's
so
a
what
lot
did
of people that
he?
like.
What did he say exactly?
He says what a lot of people say. You know that meme where somebody is like 100 people are looking at their phone and one is looking up
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
It's basically that stupid woke shit that doesn't really give any answers. You just point out the problem and say, "Hey, look, everybody, this is a problem," but you don't really give any solutions to it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just and that's kind of my whole point because I see that not only with that with the digital media I see it with people say like capitalism is bad and like it's destroying the whole shit or whatever and they don't really have a solution for it unless the solution is communism or whatever and then people get all riled up about that but a lot of people are just partaking in this machinery and they're criticizing things like they're above it but they're still consumers of it. You know what I mean? It's like It's like some people that go and criticize Twitter using Twitter. It's like you going on Twitter. I used to do that shit too, and on Facebook, and strange as fuck. I used to go on Facebook and say, "Oh, Facebook is shit," but I would say that on Facebook. You know what I mean? It kind of defeats the purpose when you're like so anti-corporation or whatever, and you're still using the same tools they provide to you. You know
That,
what I mean?
but that happens a lot. Like even in like video games, like the NBA 2K community, we all know the game's shit, and we say that while we're playing it. This game's shit. And we say that while we're playing it.
Exactly.
It happens.
Exactly. There's nobody that boycotts it or anything. So it's like people don't really want to affect change. They just want to look like they care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, you only care in your opinion to care, but you won't actually do anything about it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you're saying, oh, go save the whales or whatever, or like cancer month or whatever. And you don't really give a fuck. You don't really do anything to help that. I, I don't know,
Useless
using your
fucking cunts.
Well,
You're just useless fucking cunts.
sometimes just saying it gets other people to say it, and eventually somebody else will do something. So in a way, you are helping.
I mean, it's like we are at the point where it's like same shit as praying. Like people say we will pray for you and all your problems will be gone. So this is like we will talk about you and your problems will be gone because we are talking about it. We'll make a YouTube video where we will show people how fucking horrible things are, and we will just act like we are on a moral high ground and we will talk about shit and we'll make it about ourselves, but we will still talk about you and everything will be fine. That's what they are doing.
A part of my problem is that it's easy to point out all the flaws in the world. It's very easy to point them out, but it's not very easy to come up with a solution for it. And
I
See,
my
have a
problem is
solution. I have a perfect solution.
my
I can
problem is
fuck.
yeah, don't say kill ourselves, everybody dies, dude. If you say that shit,
No, no,
okay,
no, no, no.
I'm gonna lose it.
No, no,
like,
no. My solution
like,
is make everyone important and they will grow old and die.
say
Better?
Oh, there you
important,
go.
important.
Important. Important.
The problem is important is subjective. You want to
Like, dude,
objectively make everyone equal.
Important. Important.
Yeah, I know.
Impoten.
Something
T.
important to you doesn't mean it's important
Not
to me.
important.
impotent,
Important.
impotent, impotent,
Impotent.
Impotent. Yeah. Go.
impotent.
Oh, your O's sound like A's.
Yeah, you need Viagra for that. That has an easy solution, man. Okay.
No, being impotent, that's stupid. Look,
No.
if
But,
you
Make
but
everyone.
let me give you.
like you said, coming up with the problems is pretty easy, but so is coming up with solutions. The problem is, like you said, that
Exactly.
Applying the
people don't
solution.
actually care enough to
I
actually
know, and this is
mention
the
the
thing. This is
solutions.
what bothers me, Chaos. I'll give you an example. I was having a conversation with one of my friends that's very into conspiracy theories, and some when it comes to conspiracy theories, I can believe some, but I don't believe everything that I hear. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But he was like, "Oh man," he was telling me, he was using this language that I heard that is like, "Dude, you gotta wake up. You gotta realize that there are people in control, and it's a new world order, man. And those people control your lives." And I'm like, "Dude, stop it with that shit. I hate that. I hate that condescending tone. Like I don't know what's going on. I'm aware of that, but like." What do you get from pointing it out? Why do you think you're smarter than me, telling me to wake up? I'm aware of that.
well,
But what are you
it doesn't
saying?
always
What is your solution to it?
it doesn't always
It's
mean
just
that
a
they think they're
fucking
smart.
solution. Yeah, but my point is that I really hate it when people pat themselves in the back and like tell you to wake up, man. You gotta realize people are in control.
Yeah,
Like, dude, everybody fucking knows that. We all know that we all work for a boss, and that boss makes more money than us, and that boss works for another boss that controls the whole thing, and that's the guy really making all the money out of everybody. Why are you telling me that? Like, that's some woke shit that
like you said,
special people need, only special people know. Like, wake up, dude. Don't you realize that, like, everybody fucking knows that? But you're not really providing any solution. You're just
but like you
pointing that
said,
shit out.
not
And then
every
acting like you're smarter than everybody else. You know what? That shit annoys me, dude.
not everybody is able to come up with a solution to problems. That's why you need people to mention it, so that eventually somebody can.
I
Would you
understand that,
rather have
when
somebody
you.
just can be completely silent and never mention it and then die out, or
Yeah,
have
dude.
someone just say it? They may not be
But
saying it
when
in
you
like a way you like, but they're still saying it, and you're
But
talking about it.
when you pair that concept that they're just talking about something without giving a solution, and you pair it with a condescending attitude that they're telling you to wake up, like they're trying to school you on some shit, like you're some ignorant bastard
But why does that
that
matter? Why does it matter the tone that they're giving? Let's be honest. This is a if this wasn't your friend, it was just some
because it's
random dude.
condescending and it's condescending.
Why would you care about the way they're talking? You should be
Again, it's
listening. If
condescending.
you're having a conversation, let's say it was a random person, not your friend, and he just comes up and
Mhm.
he's talking the same way to you. Are you gonna tell him, "Hey, I get it, calm down," or are you just gonna listen to what he's saying and be like, "Okay"?
No, listen, dude. I'm not usually a super rude guy. If somebody comes up with that, I don't stop them and say just shut up or something like that. I usually, I guess I humor them just by nodding along. I just nod along. I don't agree with it, but inside I'm pissed off. And what pisses me off is not that they're pointing out a problem. It's the condescending attitude of like, dude, wake up, I'm about to school you, okay? There's people in control and they control our lives. Like, you're saying something so obvious, and not only is it obvious, you're saying something that's not productive because you're not offering a solution, and you're treating me like like I'm fucking ignorant to it. You know what I mean? It
But they
bothers
don't
me.
know.
Like,
But they may not know that you know. That's the thing. You
of
can't. You
course, you
can't
know,
assume. You
it's
can't
fucking
assume.
common knowledge.
Hey,
That's
hey,
what.
hey, hey. There's no such thing as common knowledge. Let's be honest here. There's no such thing as common
My
knowledge.
dude, when you
Just
live in
because.
this society, you know if you have a job, you know how capitalism works.
So how would he know that?
Everybody knows.
No, no, man. Just because you have a job doesn't mean that you even see that side of things. Come on now. You can't assume. That's the problem with a lot of things. Why nothing ever happens. You're assuming everybody knows, and you're just. So then you start missing the point, and the person's like, "Huh? What are you even fucking talking about? I don't know." They got to
I don't
explain. It
know.
may not be in a good way, but they need to explain the whole thing like you're a retarded baby.
And I imagine it works on some people. There are some
It
people that are really
does.
humble and don't know any of that shit,
Why?
and
Why?
then they become the.
Why do you think
Yeah,
Scientology is so big? Idiots.
I, but I don't know. To me, it's insulting. It's like, dude, I already know all that. So why are you trying to lecture me on something that's super obvious and has going nowhere? Because again, you don't have any solution for it.
It's like talking
They
to a. It's like talking to a drunk friend, who's also been popping pills. They say the same shit over and over again. It's like, yeah, yeah, you told me that 5 minutes ago, but you don't gotta
it's
yell at
like
them about it.
that's one of those things that comes with the Bo Burnham special. People, that's something that he does in the special a lot. He points out all these things in the special, and just because he points them out, people are thinking he's genius. And I'm like, dude, that's not genius. Like, what's so genius about it? Like, I don't get it. He's just pointed out. He's not giving any solutions to it.
But
You know what I
everyone
mean?
but everyone doesn't see those things. You can't assume, like I
Mm.
said, you can't be assuming everybody's always like knowledgeable to all that shit that he's saying. That may be obvious to you. Some people they don't that thought never crosses their mind. It's
Uh,
it's different strokes for different folks.
I guess, but I don't know. It just bothers me, dude. And it bothers me that they are so against this machinery of capitalism and consumerism, and yet they're part of it. They're willingly part of it. And
That's
it's
how
like,
it works. Like like there was a episode of South Park where they showed this kind of thing, where how you
What's South
become
Park?
a the animated show. They showed about this consume like how all of these things makes you a consumer. Like they will talk about something high and mighty from a moral standpoint, then they will take money out of you.
What's money though?
Money is money. Your bills.
yes. But what I mean is, I would agree, I would think, or I would assume that most people would be self aware enough to the point that know that they're part of the system and that they promote it. So if you are part of it and you promote it, you shouldn't be so against it and be so outspoken against it if you're not going to do really anything about it. Because then you're just a hypocrite, like a
But yeah,
blatantly upfront hypocrite.
but
You know what I
you
mean?
gotta remember, there's also that whole mindset of what's one person gonna make a difference in. So you need like a group to actually start something. So even if they do know, it's like I'm just one person. Maybe they just keep telling the same shit the way they're saying it to get a group of people, and then maybe they'll stop and they'll start changing things. But one person, we all know that's not gonna make a big difference.
You know what I think it is, and I think it's part of it, is that it's the power of your own opinion. When like the that's one of the powers that everybody has. Like even if you're rich or poor, it doesn't matter where you are. Any person has the power to their own opinion. And
That's true.
when you have the power to your own opinion, it feels powerful. Like you feel like you're an individual or whatever. But it's a little bit delusional too. You know what I mean? It empowers you, but it makes you a little bit delusional too to your own behavior. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, You think again? It's like you criticizing pizza while eating at Pizza Hut. To me, it doesn't make any sense. If you're eating at Pizza Hut and you know that you're eating at Pizza Hut, why would you be there criticizing it?
Well,
Like acting like
well,
you're above it, like I'm above being here. Then why the fuck are you there?
well. Let's be honest.
That attitude in general, kind of pisses me off because it lacks a self awareness that I don't know, dude. It kind of pisses me off a little bit. Yeah.
Have you not noticed that a lot of people aren't self-aware? Come on now. Like, yeah, remember, a lot of people, not everyone's like you. They don't have that. They don't have mirrors in their heads. Okay, they don't see who themselves for who they truly are. So they think they are someone else. They don't actually
Even
know
Rogue
who
is
they are.
even Rogue is not completely self-aware. He's also escaping.
Yeah, he thinks he's
Yeah,
above
yeah,
them.
no, dude, yeah, no, no. I'm not saying anyway that I'm above anybody. I'm part of it too. I mean, sometimes. But the thing is, I don't usually talk about those things. I don't usually oppose what I things that I do. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm a hypocrite about it. You know what I mean? So I don't speak out about things that I do myself. You know what I mean?
But just remember, just because you do it doesn't mean you can't speak out on it. A lot of people do stuff that they know is wrong, and that doesn't mean that they can't do it. You know, I don't support stealing. I still steal. I don't support speeding out when you're driving your car. I still speed. Knowing it's a problem and speaking out on it, they're kind of different things, you know. It's
Yeah,
like
I guess. I mean,
it's like when you're teaching your
but
kid. You teach your kids.
when you make it a habit out of speaking like that all the time and speaking out against something that you do all the time, it bothers me. And when you put it with a condescending attitude of like, you don't know, you're ignorant. Let me teach you. Let me school you. That shit bothers me too.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
don't let it bother you.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't
I'm
know.
like, okay,
I think you can.
you give me the red pill. I'm red pill now, and just let it go.
No, no, listen. You can talk about. You can enlighten people, and if you want to talk about a certain topic, if you want to enlighten people on a certain topic, you can do that without being condescending.
Yeah,
That's my. That's why I don't like
a
it.
lot of
You know what I mean?
times people aren't aware of the way they're speaking though. A lot of people they talk condescending, but it's not. They don't mean for it to come out that way.
Well, you should know what condescending is, dude. I mean, I
Eh,
guess sometimes that does
it's
happen. Yeah, that's true. But
one of the
I like.
people one of the people I work with, literally, she doesn't realize it, but everyone notices she's fucking loud and she sounds like she's yelling at you every time she talks. But it's just because she's loud. She's not even aware of it. Like it happens. Like a lot of people aren't self-aware of the way that the talk comes out of, and they don't mean it to be that way. They're not even trying to be rude or disrespectful. Some people are obviously, but a lot of people aren't.
But some of those people are self-aware because I remember I met a guy in real life that used to talk a lot,
Yeah.
like a lot, and I remember like the third day of meeting him, I had to tell him to shut up. 'Cause, I mean, I usually do that. I mean, I'm used to people talking a lot, but this guy would just want to shut up. I was like, can you shut up? And he's like, yeah, I know I talk a lot. So he knew. He was self-aware that he talked a lot. So he didn't even mind when I told him to shut up, you know?
But you know, most of the time when people talk a lot, it's because there's not the other person ain't delivering.
No, I
Like
think it's anxiety. I think it's a form of anxiety. There's like people that get anxious when there's like when there's a long silence between us. I get anxious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we
like
need
when
to
your mic
feel
cuts
this void
out,
with something.
Somebody has
when
to break the.
like when your mic
What do
cuts
you
out.
say? Yeah.
Dude, it's not cutting out right now. Okay, it's working perfectly.
Oh, new phone
Yeah,
was
we
the
get.
solution. Who would have thought?
Yeah, we
How
get.
long you had this phone for?
2 years.
I just
Yeah,
got
we
it.
know. Yeah,
I kind of just got it, dude. That's why I'm trying. That's why
just
it's
got it.
working.
Stupid idiot.
Yeah.
You need to take that old phone, find a
And
trash can,
and just throw
and
it
don't insult the trash can by putting it in there. Honestly, make that phone the trash can.
there.
But you know, speaking about again with the topic again, it really like I usually meet people like that, and they're really into conspiracy theories, and they usually go into this deep rabbit hole. And I'm like, oh shit, and then we end up in the Illuminati for some reason.
Well, conspiracies
Uh,
and it like conspiracies are all kind of connected in a way, I guess. Like that's actually like a serious thing. Conspiracy theories.
yeah,
You know.
a lot of connection is basically this. There's people in power that are doing things behind our backs, and they doing things to control the population.
Yeah.
Most of the time, they boil down to those three elements: people in power that are doing something behind our back to control us, and some of them I could believe it because when you explain them, it makes sense that people that greedy would have that sort of control over us, and you can see it with the digital thing, like with these people gathering all our information and all that just to make us targets for products. That's happening right before our faces. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And we're all like fine with it, I guess, to an extent.
It's
We
facts.
sort of
I once googled
yeah,
when I was looking for my tattoo guy. I googled tattoos, and then my Instagram every spot things about tattoos.
yeah. There you go. Exactly. I understand that. So for me, it's possible to believe some conspiracies, but then they mixed them all up, and then they mixed up like people being in control with aliens and lizardmen and ancient and shit like that. I'm like, what? Like it doesn't really make any sense, you know? Or
Seriously.
with aliens and shit like that, where they mix it up with aliens
Well,
and with technology and all that shit.
I mean,
And then they would talk about some
we are
giant
actually the
what?
aliens. Like we weren't the first ones on
Uh,
this planet, but we are the
uh,
aliens.
We're
Originally,
not.
no,
We're the,
we're not from this planet.
then we evolved from this planet.
No. God was a ship that set us down. We conquered
holy
and
fuck!
wiped out this. It's the
Oh
truth.
boy, we
Wow, oh
wiped
my
them
God.
down and
This is
got
something really
ourselves.
special. This is something special, Ash. We're witnessing the birth of a new religion right now.
Look,
Go
God,
ahead. Go ahead, Chaos. What happened?
our
Tell us at the beginning happened.
our first ship was titled God, and it planted down our first male and female of our kind, which been experimented in a lab for years. We called one of them Adam, and one of them Eve, and they were put into the location that we call the Garden of Eden today. Sadly,
This motherfucker's doing a James Cameron movie.
one
He
of
doesn't
the
even know it, but yeah.
one of the so-called one of the workers on the ship was upset because this new experimental species was thriving, and it fell down in the form of a serpent. It copied the form of the first thing it saw, which was a serpent, and it tempted the new species to destroy it. Obviously, it worked. The forbidden area, which was kind of like a communication thing back to the ship, which entitled God, it convinced one of the
Hmm.
humans to take the apple, which was like a communication device, which was not what they were supposed to do.
It was an Apple computer thingy. Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
So they were kicked out of the area. Now they had kids at the time, and pretty much they had to populate the earth. But the God distributed more of the experiments onto the world, and that's where we come today. A lot of stuff. I got at one point one of the commanders of God. His name was Jesus, as some call him, did come down with powers, and he showed it to everyone. Not often, but yeah, it's a big thing. The engineers on the ship, we call them angels. The bad experiment, we called it Lucifer. It had some allies, I guess. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, you know. We are aliens. This planet was inhabited by these chicken-like creatures that were so many feet big. We called them dinosaurs. We wiped them
Oh
out.
my God.
It is truth.
So it was, so it was us that wiped the dinosaurs out. Okay.
Well, yes, God did try to end everything. to save us. Because look, we shouldn't have lasted this long. We were experimental, but we evolved. We're like what's that villain's name in DC? That's
Which one?
the one that can't die, that kills Superman, and he keeps
That's
coming
right.
back.
Doomsday?
The one that it's a monster thing that was born on a planet, and every time it dies, it comes back, and it can't die the same way again.
Doomsday, yeah, isn't it Doomsday?
Yeah, Doomsday.
Um,
We're pretty much Doomsdays,
oh, so we are.
but we can die. But we
Listen, chaos.
survive.
Is that what you believe?
No,
I
he's
mean,
just making shit up.
I've been to my god the god ship.
Dude, no offense, that's like the stupidest shit I've ever heard. You basically, you basically took,
Look,
you basically took the Bible and you made a sci-fi, and
what
that's it.
the
Yeah,
Bible?
the
What is it?
Bible, the Bible. Yeah, that's what you people call it, I
Oh,
guess.
the manual. Yes, 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 the manual.
Yes,
Look,
the operational manual.
when the
That's what
hell
you call it.
when the observation deck takes your corpse and it scans it for the information as they do when everything dies, they take the soul from the corpse pretty much, absorb it, they scan it. They will send you to the hell sector, which is a little ship where they put the bad spirits. I will be going to the Havan sector, okay?
Ugh. At this point, honestly, your story is annoying me. But just letting it okay? And you're just changing
Are you
the
making
how you
fun of?
pronounce it a little bit. It's not Jesus, it's Jesus, or it's not God. Dude, come on.
Well, they call it many names. Like Allah was another name for the ship.
And listen, how egotistical are you to presume that you know how all this shit started? Like I don't know how all this shit started. I mean, I
I
believe in the Big Bang and the scientific explanation of how the world was created, and that's good enough for me. I don't need some magical person in the sky to make magical things and like we're made out of dust and all that shit. No, I don't need all that.
well, religion's commonly based off faith and money.
Speaking of faith, money comes later. I think money is the part that eventually corrupts the faith. But I think most of it starts with faith.
Money
You
doesn't
know?
corrupt. People corrupt. Money never
No, dude, money
corrupts.
corrupts. Money corrupts.
Money
I do
is
think,
money is a fake object created by people for no purpose other than
yeah, that's
fakeness.
crypto. That's the crypto thing. That's what they're doing nowadays with the whole Dogecoin and whatever.
Isn't
Yeah, I
it
understand.
Dogecoin, not Dodge?
Whatever, dude. I'm English, is my second language.
Oh
Dogecoin.
yeah. Forgot you're not from America.
But
But yeah, I want to ask you, dude. I want to ask you to this. Are you guys happy with this life of capitalism and consumerism, or do you envision a better life than this one?
So happy in life or happy with this, like the
No,
capitalism?
happy with this. Like I said, with this behavior or routine of capitalism and consumerism.
So
Basically, you work to get stuff and be happy in life with the stuff that you buy, and
so
that's basically it.
my view on Moldas things is it's a personal choice. You don't have to work at all. There's plenty of people who don't work and they just galloping through the forest and they're happy as fuck. It's all a personal choice. Me, I'm cool with it. It is what it is. I'm not positive or negative with it, but it's all a choice. If you're willing to go out your way to kind of leave money behind and leave a free life, then go ahead. But it's not like it's forced on you. It's just more
No, I'm
work.
not. Yeah, I would agree there's a choice, but I'm saying that you're happy
It
with making that choice,
it doesn't
staying with that life.
see. I don't get happiness or sadness or upset about this. It is what it is. I don't go that deep
What
into it.
about, and what about you, Ash?
for me, it's like when I don't get something, I'm happy. But when I get it, I'm like, oh, not the same feeling that I expected. with anything.
So you don't derive happiness from consumerism? Is that
No,
what you're saying?
No,
Like,
no. Look,
no, that's what I said.
happiness. You can while you can be happy for getting something, you're not gonna get happiness from anything but yourself or other people,
Yeah.
whatever.
When I was a kid, I used to love toys and shit like that. I was so
yes,
happy.
right.
But as I grew up, like I would buy something and it won't feel the same. Like I would be excited until and unless it arrives, and then I'd be like, okay,
Like for me, like I buy
that's
so,
nice. But
I
then I put it back in the package.
like for me, I buy so
So
much shit. I don't get happiness from it, but I want it. If I want it, I should be able to get it, right? That's why I get it because I
Yeah.
want it. I don't get like, oh my god, I'm so happy. This is so cool. I'm like, wow, this is neat, cool. I got it. It's mine now. That's why I say I buy stuff. It's not to sell it. It's because I want it.
If it doesn't make you happy and you're admitting it doesn't make you happy, wouldn't having an alternative lifestyle to that make you happy? Because
Alternative
you're
lifestyle,
admitting
like
that
what?
this lifestyle of consumerism it's not bringing you any happiness. You're just sort of going through the motions of it.
It's not emotion
So
because I don't have to buy anything. Like I said, this is the stuff that I want.
you are.
I don't get
No, no,
joy.
listen.
I
You're
don't
not,
get joy
well,
from opening up a box and seeing like shoes or Funko Pops. It's like cool, but I only got it because I wanted it. That's why I don't like
it's
gifts
like,
because I don't
yeah,
get
but it
joy
doesn't give you. You're saying it doesn't give you any joy or happiness, or does it give you a
because
little
I
bit of
don't
joy?
because I don't see joy and happiness like that. I'm not gonna get joy and happiness from any item. I get joy and happiness from uh, human contact more so than like items. Because these things. They're not living creatures. Like they're not living. They're
Right.
inanimate objects.
Okay.
I'm not gonna get any joy and happiness from that in any situation.
Yeah, nowadays they seem to be tied a little bit because, like, sure, a computer it's like a personal object for you,
It's
but it
personal.
helps you connect with it
It
helps you connect
helps.
with other people.
It does, but I don't get any like, oh my god, I get to talk to people from fucking India. Cool. I don't give a fuck.
Nobody cares to talk about people from India, isn't that right?
yeah, fuck Indians.
Yeah, up the ass, right?
No,
Like, I don't know, dude. I
everything
see
dirty, dirty.
I see. I'm part of a lifestyle too. Everybody. I think everybody is in this modern society.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just buy stuff and then I always think like I don't know if I would be happy with an alternative lifestyle, like living with a little commune, like the Amish or something like that.
Yeah.
The Amish would be the perfect example, I guess, because they shun out all electricity and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
I wonder if I could be
If you're,
happier there, but I don't
it's
know.
it's one of those things for me. You can't wonder about it. You gotta just do it because that's a completely you're completely going to a whole new world. You're doing something you've never done before, pretty much. Because
No, and the thing,
you have to be have a farm. You're literally just living on a farm and working.
yes, but that's the thing. I'm already corrupted by this
Yeah.
world. If I have been born Amish
Yeah.
and not known this world, it would be one thing. But I'm born. I'm part of this modern world. Where everybody has a cell phone in their hands, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't. And when it comes to that cell phone thing, where everybody's like, "Oh, nobody talks anymore. Everybody's
Yeah.
on their cell phone." Somehow
Talking.
I'm fine with it. Somehow
Talking.
I'm fine with it. Like, it doesn't bother me that people
Yeah.
are,
Like
are on the phone
you
all the
can
time. It doesn't
communicate.
bother
You
me.
can communicate with people through other words. Thanks to technology, you can communicate without your voice. There's nothing wrong with just looking at your phone all day. Yeah, I get it. Sometimes you want to look at a stranger on a train, but hey, they may be doing something else.
Yeah, it's great for those moments in life where you are taking a bus or taking a train or waiting for a doctor appointment or waiting at the hospital. That's where the phone really comes in handy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But when you're talking with people, I do think it's a little strange where you're talking with your friends and you're on your phone.
But you
Just
gotta.
like if you're present with your friends, I'm that kind of person at least. If I'm present with my friends, I don't usually check my phone
But you got.
unless it's an emergency.
But like I was saying earlier, you gotta remember, not everyone's the same. Just because
Yeah,
you
everyone.
are able to, like, when you're with your friends, you don't be looking at your phone. But some people are different. They can have the ability to multitask. They can
Yeah,
be
I'm
on
not a
it,
multitasker.
especially
I
like
would admit
people.
that I
Whenever
got a one track mind. I always focus on one thing at a time. Like I got a one track mind.
especially like people this
That's a good
generation,
thing.
they grew up with all the technology, so they can talk and be on their phone and hear everything you say.
Yeah.
Like when I'm reacting to these videos, sometimes people are like, "Oh, you're not paying attention enough." Like, bitch, the fuck? I'm listening to everything. Just because I'm talking don't mean I'm not listening. Like people aren't able to comprehend that people aren't all the same, you
Can
know?
listen and talk.
It's amazing that people can understand that. You know, not everyone's the
Nah,
same.
Listen,
People
dude.
take things differently.
I used to do that. I used to just look at my phone and talk to people, and people would be like, "You're not listening." I'm like, "I'm listening."
No, you're not. You're fucking rude, Ash. Okay. I bet you don't do that with the squirrels. I bet that the squirrels have your full attention, right?
Bro, he's
Yes,
singing to them. He's writing them songs too. He's got a High School Musical thing for the squirrels. He's just
he's
writing.
teaching them. He's teaching them how to do the background choreography to his musical number.
There's gonna be a video on YouTube one day. It's just some Indian guy in a park dancing with squirrels, showing them dance moves and singing
Dude,
with
that
them.
shit
I
will
don't
blow
dance.
up.
I don't
That
dance.
shit will blow up, dude.
I don't dance.
You should dance.
Yeah,
It's easy, dude.
yeah.
But
Okay.
man, you were right, Rob. For some reason, me feeding squirrels only attract old people. Like there was one uncle who was like, "Hey, you should try doing this," and he was feeding croissants to squirrels.
Because you're old inside. You're an old person inside, Ash.
I'm an old man.
Or you're like a Grim Reaper, and he's gonna die soon. Like all the old people that are coming to you, they're nearing death.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Then today
But yeah,
there was one.
people gotta realize we're not all the same with that shit. You gotta respect
Yeah, I
that
guess.
other people are different. It's not always just the way it works for me. It's gonna work for everyone. You gotta
Yeah,
be able to
that is
put
fucking
yourself
true,
in
buddy.
other people's lives and stuff.
Yeah, that is 100% true.
You know what I do like? I like the whole concept of Fullmetal Alchemist,
Equivalent
Equivalent
exchange.
exchange.
the equivalent exchange. That's what I was gonna say because it is true that when you give us a phone, you give us this powerful tool that we have as a phone. It's gonna distract us from human interaction a little bit.
I
So
don't know.
that's sort of like the price that you need to pay for something like that. You know what I mean? It's equivalent
But
exchange,
but
and I'm fine
is
with
it
it.
a distraction though, or is it like increasing the human interaction? Because so many people
Uh,
are online, especially like the last year or
Getting.
whatever. So many people are
Yeah.
just like online now, especially with social media
It depends.
or
It
whatever.
depends who you are interacting to. Like some people are interacting less with their family and more with random strangers over the globe.
Hey, and there's nothing
So,
wrong
so
with that.
for so far so for those family members, their way of thinking is like my child is drifting apart. These phones, they are bad. They are not talking to people, but they are talking. They are just talking through the phone.
Hmm?
You know what?
It's
And that Bo Burnham special, there's a part where he says the real life world has just become a workplace for the digital world. So basically, you live in the real world to make content for the digital world. So, but the real world that's really important to
Yeah,
people
but that
is
is
the
for
digital
those
one.
Instagram queens who like have to post everything they do. Like some people would pick their boyfriend up from their car and they'll make a video about it. Look at my boyfriend. He's coming. He's crossing the road. Look at him. Oh, he's opening the door of the car. Oh,
yo,
look at him sitting inside.
what fucking Instagram girl's putting her boyfriend up there? You know how many simps would be pissed?
Yup, that's not a good marketing
Yeah, what
strategy.
the? Who you watching, Ash?
I don't have an Instagram account.
No, I mean that
Yes.
happens when it comes to like, especially that stupid hashtag or whatever, like couple goals or oh god, I hate it.
Oh,
It's
I
like
hate it
couples
too.
being all happy and doing couple things. It's like shit, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, bro. You
And
gotta
some people
understand.
would like to. So look at
What's the audience
me.
for
I'm
that though?
walking
Is it
down.
single people that are desperate for a couple? Because if I'm happy with my couple, right? Why do I need to watch some other jackass with his couple have fun? I could have fun with my own couple. I don't
But
need
Yeah.
but the fact that
to
you're
be
feeling
watching
Some
them.
the
You
people
fact
know?
would
that you're
like to
feeling that
watch.
way may not be what they want you to feel. That's on you. You
Yeah.
see another couple and they're like climbing up and down each other without touching the floor or whatever, and then you look at yourself. You can't even walk without falling over. That's got to do with you.
You're
What
trying
the
to do
fuck?
you're trying to do the Flores Lava challenge where
Yeah.
you look at your girlfriend and she's 300 pounds and you're like, I have to carry her. I don't think we can do this challenge, honey.
It, it,
We need to look for another one.
just do like the Titanic scene. Just be a Rose. Don't be Jack. Make her Jack and you be Rose.
You can
But
be the both because you're so fucking fat.
it's like this, like everybody's putting like a facade.
Yeah, a lot of stuff online is fake.
But that's kind of what
And
he was saying
and
that the real
yeah,
world is just
and
a
no,
workplace.
rook, listen. And due to that facade, what happens is other people would be like, "Oh my God, look at them, they are so happy." But is anybody happy?
It shouldn't matter if they're being real or fake, though. People should be uncomfortable in their own skin. If they're not, they're gonna keep copying other people. That's their own thing.
Like right now, it's like everybody's just trying to show that they're happy, but nobody actually is.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I think the most normal thing is to be
You know what
all right being unhappy.
you know what the problem is, Ash, when it comes to that sort of thing? When you present something that's so one-dimensional like that, people tend to see it as something very superficial. Because obviously nobody's happy all the time like they present themselves. They're not that perfect person that you see on Instagram or whatever.
That's true.
They're not that perfect. But they want to portray that little sentiment even for just a second. You know what I mean? And it's better if they don't corrupt it. That's the whole thing. Like for example, if you're a person that posts positive content, all you have to do all your life is positive content. Because if you add another layer of depth to it and you add negative content to it, a lot of people are gonna be dissuaded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're coming to you for positivity. They're coming to you for that little thing. And if you add more depth to it, it just complicates it. It has more depth, true, and so you can attract another audience. But it's not as simple. You know what I mean? It's like it makes sense why they do it like that. Why it's so superficial like that?
But
Because
why? Like, why would
that's
people do that?
again people use it as an inspiration to try to like achieve that for even a second in their life.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean that their whole life is gonna be like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a little thing that, but and again, if you add more layers to it, it just kind of ruins it. You
Yo,
know what I mean?
yo, I got a perfect example for that.
Who?
Like, look at Chaosking circa 2000
Yeah, I thought
whenever.
fucking this motherfucker
You
will put
thought
himself.
you thought he was all chaos, and then you throw in
A
order.
layer of
You throw in more order, and it's like, who is this person? You know,
this. Who is this trash head? Like somebody fucking been this guy.
a lot of people aren't able to understand that everyone's not one dimensional. You know, we're like, what's that quote from
Uh,
Shrek? I'm like an onion. I got layers.
yeah, exactly. But even Trek itself is a very one-dimensional movie about friendship and about. It's not a very
Okay,
depth
Which
in that
movie?
movie.
Which
You know?
movie?
Mr. 8 out of 10.
Which movie?
I wouldn't give Shrek an 8 out of 10. Are you kidding me? Shrek is like a 6 out of 10.
What the fuck?
Uh,
No,
Okay, okay.
but yeah, no, it makes sense, dude. That this that's and I don't know. A lot of people are. You know what, Ash? There's a lot of people that just live better lifestyle than us. There's rich people that see other rich people being in shape and working out and just being all white and their smiles are they almost sparkle and they're all blonde and beautiful and their houses are fucking beautiful and every Instagram photo is beautiful and they actually live that lifestyle.
Yeah,
And then we have us, the normal guys, just from the bottom of the earth looking up at them like, fuck you guys. You guys are not happy.
but
Like
the problem
we're not they're probably happier than us, dude.
I think the real problem with that example is you're comparing your life to someone's life that
To
you
theirs.
don't understand. You get we I don't. It doesn't really matter if they're happy or not. Why are you comparing your situation to someone else's, especially someone's you can't relate to? You got to be focused
And you
on
know
your
what?
life.
Before this whole Instagram thing about there was a it used to be a show.
Degrassi.
I was called like yeah, Lifestyles of the Rich and the Famous. Not that song, dude. It was like a show. It's Lifestyle of the Rich and the Famous. And it had a snobby host, and he would present the lifestyle of rich people. People have always been intrigued with the lifestyle of rich people.
I
Like
don't
everybody
like
wants to
that.
be rich.
I
It's
just
not
Dude,
want
dude,
to.
don't
enough.
give me
Not
that shit, dude.
not
You
me.
said that you said that money was important and that you needed
Yeah,
a
but I
good
don't
job.
want that
For
lifestyle. I don't want that lifestyle. I
yeah,
want money for different things.
I want money.
Like money is important, but I don't want that lifestyle.
Money doesn't drive me. If it did, I would have a different job. Like I
I
really
don't
do
want
not
that
care about
lifestyle.
money.
See, that's where you wrongly presume that what I want is that lifestyle. Fuck that lifestyle.
See, you're assuming
Dude,
shit.
the lifestyle comes with the money. The more money you make, you think when you have
Yes.
millions of dollars you're gonna be eating ramen soup?
People,
Really?
hey, people like
Like,
I
ramen.
mean, I
People
like
like
ramen,
ramen.
yeah.
You eat what
my
you like.
dude, you're not
Just
Nobody
gonna
because
be
fried
no.
chicken. Oh
just
boy.
because you have
Ah.
money doesn't mean you need to change who you are. If you like something, eat it. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. Plenty of rich people don't work. Plenty of poor people don't work. Plenty of rich people just sit around the house,
I
drive
don't
around, do Instagram.
understand
Same
that
with poor people.
sentiment at all. I don't understand that sentiment at all because you're taking
Because you
away
don't.
the only dude. It's like saying, okay, I have $1 million, but I don't use them. I still live like a poor person. What's the benefit of
You
having like $1 million
know.
then?
You know. The Facebook guy. What's his name? Mark Wahlberg. He lived in
Yes, my
a.
Whopper.
He lived in a normal two-story house for like 10 years. And he wow, and that was back when Facebook was popping. Money, just because you have money doesn't mean you need to change anything.
Well, yeah, when it comes to like housing, I could understand that because, but I bet you that inside that house, everything was super high tech and super pricey, even if the
Why
house
would that
itself
matter?
wasn't.
If he wanted it, it doesn't matter. Just because you have money doesn't mean you need to spend it on everything. If you want to, go ahead. But there's plenty of rich people who got tons of money and they just buy. They have like the bare minimum. Money
But
doesn't.
look at you. You're not rich and you buy a lot of shit that you don't really need. You buy
I don't need
them
anything.
just to have them.
I don't need
You buy
anything.
just to have them. So you're the same as them, dude, in
It's
a way.
hey, like I said, I only buy stuff that I want. If I want it, I'll buy it. That's my thing. It's the exact same. If I had more money, would it change what I want to buy? No. The fuck?
I think it would. I think you say that because right now you don't have like a 2 million. You're not a millionaire. But I think once you reach that point, it would affect your perspective, and it would affect your taste, and it would affect your spending too.
Nah,
It doesn't make sense that it wouldn't.
nah. Because the only thing that probably change is I'd travel more. That's the only thing that would change.
And you know, I wouldn't travel.
If somebody gave me $1 million, I would just go to Europe for like a year, and then Asia for like a year.
My plan for like if somebody give me $1 million, I'll keep $20,000 with myself.
Cat,
Rest.
give to your parents and pay off your bills.
Yeah.
Nigga,
No.
you're gonna go save some dogs and squirrels.
Yeah. Like for like I will put like 50% would be with parents, rest would be with squirrels and animals, and
Why wouldn't you start an animation studio? Well, $1 million is a little too low, but if you got like a lot of money, that would be great for you. Wouldn't you want
nah,
that?
He's not
nah.
an
I
animator, is
don't.
he? What?
No,
You can't even draw, can you?
No, an animation studio.
I
He
can
said,
draw. Get the fuck out of here. But my
listen,
drawing is not that
listen,
good. I can draw,
listen,
but it's
dude.
mediocre. Yeah.
Nobody's saying that you have to draw yourself. I'm talking about taking that money that you have and investing it in something that in a product that you would like to see out there in the world. And you told us that you wanted to
Yeah.
be a manga writer. So
No,
having
manga
an
editor, editor.
a manga editor. Okay,
Like, have you
what?
seen Bakuman?
Okay. So you don't want to write it. You just want to take somebody else writing and say, "Here's how to make it better."
Yeah.
You are such a jackass, dude. What you? So that's basically. I don't want to do the heavy work. I
Hey,
don't want to do the heavy
I know
No,
you
lifting.
make.
And you can tell
I
me how to
give,
do
I
it.
even give them ideas. Like I have
Bro,
plot lines, everything. It's just you
this nigga,
draw, you flesh
this
it out, and I'll
this
just
nigga
read
gonna
and
be
I'll be like,
like,
okay, this could be better.
this nigga gonna be like your main character. He ends up marrying the girl he's loved for 10 years. That's cool, but how about you give him cancer and then she dies?
No, this is
Exactly.
different. I actually thought about a plot where like a main guy is like an like a shut in, and he's like in the worst case scenario. He got no fucking friends, and then suddenly this girl comes in his life, changes him, and then he starts taking small steps to make his life better. He gets a job, everything is fine. Then he realizes that girl never existed. He just made it up on his own.
Yeah.
So he ends up searching for her. One day he does not find. Then he kept
You
searching,
know,
and then he was like,
Ash.
"Have you seen me with her?" The everyone says, "No, you were just alone." And then he goes like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Isn't this a
And
movie?
then he feels like
Ash,
I
he's
feel like this
losing.
is a.
Ash, yeah. Wait, give me a second. Ash,
Sure.
how do you say incel fight club in Japanese? Because that's literally the move. That's literally the anime that you made. It's Fight Club with an insult twist. It's literally that.
But no.
the
Fight
first rule
Club
of
has a different. No, here it's like you may.
the first rule of
Nothing
Incel
bad
Fight
happens.
Club. You're nowhere near each other, and you fight from each other's basements.
Here no fighting is there, buddy.
It's fucking
There's
Reddit.
no fighting.
Incel Fight Club is fucking Reddit.
I
Let's
mean,
be
just
honest.
just listen. There is no fighting. There's nothing. It's like a wholesome thing, but at the end, there's like he comes to terms with
My
like
dude.
what kind of things
It's
he wants
Tyler
to
My
change.
Durden.
dude.
It's not Tyler Durden, dude. It's a
Dude.
female Tyler Durden.
You know, you realize you're making a
Dude.
story that every single Asian incel is writing right now.
No, they want girl. I'm saying like this guy ends up having. Like it's better than isekai. I was thinking like if you wanna have something that's like at the end you would be like the moral is like the only one who changed himself was himself. He was waiting for someone and nobody came. The only one who was going to change was himself. Like he did all the work.
No, he didn't. He used a fake, an imaginated girl to do it. So that's why it's an incel thing. You know
No,
what
no,
I
no,
mean?
Rook. Listen. People need some kind of support. Like alone, you need like some people have friends. This guy had nothing, so he had that one girl that he created. So all the work he did was using a
Why?
delusion that he
Listen,
created.
Ash.
So
Wait,
he
wait, wait. Is
reinforced
he?
himself using a character
Listen,
that was
Ash.
never
So
there.
is he
Why
bi?
is it a
Hey,
girl?
wait.
Listen,
Is he?
let me
Does he
It's a girl,
complete.
have?
another guy.
Let me
Does he have?
complete.
Does
Let
he
me
have
complete.
multiple personality disorder, or is it bipolar? I can't remember which one.
Schizophrenia.
Yeah, he's a schizophrenic. Okay, there we
Yeah.
go. Your main character's a schizophrenic. Cool. He needs
Yep.
drugs. He shouldn't be seeing her. That's the secret. He needs to go to a doctor.
His main character has schizophrenia. Okay, that's a good twist. I like that.
It's literally a movie. There's a movie about this too. Is it Tom Hanks?
Oh, listen, Ash.
Some.
Listen, Ash. It sounds
Sure.
derivative. It sounds derivative from a couple of things, but I wouldn't be opposed. I wouldn't be opposed to watching it. It doesn't sound horrible. You could
Well,
probably pull it off.
if you like it, you should get working on it. It doesn't matter how I feel about it or how anyone else feels
No.
about it. It matters how you feel about it.
No, the thing is that for content, like working towards making yourself better. Like everybody knows the solution. Hard part is putting itself in. So I was like, if I could change myself, I could use real life things into the storyline.
Shit, dude. Actually, Ash, that whole story that you just said, that's one of the themes of one of my favorite movies. Like a live action movie. It deals with that theme about with a girl helping a guy reclaim his confidence in life and it helps him get better. It has that theme.
Yeah, the only difference is the girl was never real.
Yeah, but it's very insult.
Right.
It still does.
Ash, the girl not being real isn't that deep. Like, it's been done before. I'm pretty positive.
It's actually pretty sad that she's not
Yeah,
real.
Yo,
that's why I
you
was
bet.
going for. It's not for
When are, what,
deepness. It's for
when are they gonna?
sadness.
It's not even sad. What the fuck?
No, like when you get emotionally attached to someone and then you find out that someone never existed, and then you are back to being alone. But now you have friends, but you still have
How are
that
you
void you
alone?
cannot fill.
If the
No, no,
person
no.
never existed, that means they're in your head. So how are you alone? They're still there.
It makes it even more incel, dude. Because
No,
that's one
no.
of the. It makes
But
it even more
now,
because.
no, wait, Rock. Let me tell you. And then the story progressed like now that person, now since he started working towards making his life better, now he has friends and everything. So now he has to come up terms with this thing.
Wait, and does he
Well,
actually meet a real life girl
does he go to a
that talks to
doctor?
him?
Does he ever go
Like,
to a doctor? Because he's clearly a schizophrenic, like you said. Does he ever get
no,
his medication?
no,
That
he never does.
then it's gonna keep happening. It doesn't go away like that.
It's like, that person was created out of his need. Like he was in the lowest part of his life
So
where
he's
he
got
needs
Yes.
everyone.
Dude,
so he's got a
have
very
you
big
seen Fight Club?
imagination. He's got a very big imagination. He's not schizophrenic.
It's Fight Club. It's literally Fight Club, dude.
There, yeah, nigga, what the fuck you writing? Like,
Dude, it's not bad. Okay, I mean, you can. Every story could be have a simple concept like that, but they can explore a lot of things within the series if they do it right. You know what I mean?
he
Um,
just calls your concept simple.
I
no,
don't
no, no.
like that. Like it was like, originally it came out of spite. Like I was like, all these people who want to escape by, getting this
uh,
girlfriend, why not
it's a
give
personal
them like,
story. Okay, that's
no,
why
no,
you're so
no, wait,
attached
wait,
to
wait.
it.
Listen. Like, a lot of animes have like a main character, have some girl come in, but here it's the twisted that the girl never existed.
But she still
Like,
comes in.
like everybody waits for somebody to save them.
She still
So
comes
here
in
it's
though.
like that's save, like the only person who can
You
save that
know what you
chick is
sound,
her.
dude,
Bro,
Ash, you know what you sound like? You sound like M. Night Shyamalan in a meeting featuring the Sixth Sense. It was that long time. Isn't that mind blowing? And you guys gonna love it. That's what you sound like, dude. We get it. She wasn't real. She didn't exist. It's not that mind blowing.
yo, the commercial for this shocking ending. You'll never believe it.
You'll never believe
No.
what happens next.
This thing, like the ending, like what I was, like you would know way before the ending. Like ending part would be him
Turns out she
figuring
was real
out.
this whole time.
No, 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 no.
I'm telling
Like
you.
he,
How I stand the
him,
table. Bruce Willis was fighting for you. You don't get
living
it.
without. It's like him living without the training wheels. Like he got his life together by himself, and then he lived happily ever after.
And then
Yeah,
she
Ash,
appeared
but do you
again.
get? Do you do understand why it has that incel theme? It's because he relies on the validation of a female to get his shit together.
Because it's based off his own life.
No, I am saying no, not the part. It's like the thing that's based is like, I always waited for somebody to save me, but the only one who was holding myself back was me. That part. That the central theme is on myself.
Why'd you say was? You still are.
Yeah, true. Is.
Hey, do you see that girl you imagined? What was her name? It started with a K. What was her? I
Why don't you go
her.
fuck yourself up, you piece of shit?
Hey, if you believe in it, you
But
should
bro,
get to working
here
on
is
it.
the thing, like when with words and terms, it's like they are kind of like it's those labels are too like how should I say? When you use the word incel, in the mind the thing comes as like a guy who wants a girl but hates girls because he never gets pussy.
Right.
That's the thing that comes in the head.
Well, that's just because look, you relate to it because let's be honest, you are an incel. but
What the
it's
fuck?
it's
When did I
so
fucking say?
it's used
When did
as
I? Wait.
it's
When
used
did I
as an
fucking say
insult.
I hate
It's
girls?
used as an
You
insult
know,
to so
you
many
guys.
people that you deny it. But that's who you are. That's why you're writing that story like that. Because someone used it as an insult and you look at it like it's a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with it. It's who you are.
Listen,
No,
what I'm
I
gonna
don't
give you.
hate girls. I don't
No,
hate
no.
girls.
I'll give you my definition at least for incel. When I think of incels, I don't always necessarily think of guys who hate girls. My core belief is guys that don't know how to relate to girls, and they see them as like almost another species. Um, that's when I think about incels. It's not
Yeah,
specifically
but
that they
I
hate
don't
them,
think of them as another species.
What do you
but you
see them
don't.
as?
Look, I have always said that the only girls I have trouble talking to are the ones I like. Like I can talk to any random girl, I can have a conversation, everything is perfectly fine. I did that for all my life. It's just that the girls that I like, I struggle because I don't want to mess it up. And in my brain, I'm already kicking myself down.
Why the fuck?
Well, in your case,
Wait,
I
hold
don't see it as
on.
much as.
Why is this?
In your
This
case,
hold on. This is
go
like the
ahead.
16th time we
My
talked
bad.
about this. Let's be honest. I feel like
Yeah.
we've talked about this before.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, but in your case, it's not that I really as I don't see you as a social maybe incel. I see you as a lovesick incel. And when you tell me you want to make an anime that's about some girl just helping a guy, helping a guy achieve his potential, what I'm thinking is what you said. You want something like that to happen to you, and
How about we change from a girl to some kind of a old, like he sees his granddad helping him. How about that?
yeah, and in that case, it wouldn't have that same incel connotation to it.
It's kind of
But
The
then
creepy.
hell
again,
is
it
gonna
won't
tell
be
you?
that sad. Like that gut punching moment won't be there. Like people would be like, won't be like, oh my god, fuck,
I have the
poor
grandpa.
dude.
Have the grandpa be a child molester too. Then they'll be like, "Oh my god, this is what you expect."
That's a fucking twist, dude. That's a really genius twist from PMC. Come here, yeah.
And then they'd be like, "Oh my god, he molested him for all those years, but he can't let him go." And this is the way he's telling his family, his girl, in the future. Yeah, my grandpa, he was touching me and fucking me up the ass for 10 years, but I still love him. I can never forget
Listen,
him.
Ash, in that sense, it doesn't do it justice for me to call it incel, in concept wise. It sounds like lovesick. You know what I mean? But it sounds desperate lovesick because
You
he
can't be
made up
love
a woman.
you can't be
It's
lovesick if
very
you've never been
desperate.
in love. That's
Yeah, that
incel.
is true.
That's incel.
I don't even know what the fuck love is.
That's incel, bro.
That's a song, dude. I wanna know what love is.
I want
Like,
you to
That's
show
it.
me.
Show
like
me.
for me, I just
Look,
want to
that's
use one relationship. Like, okay, like you have alcohol. You are like never had alcohol before. You are like one shot. Okay, I had it. I didn't like it. Move on. Something like that.
yo that song is gonna be his opening, but in Japanese.
Americani Turi. Yeah.
Oro Toro.
No, but that's weird, dude. That's what I was saying. You were saying if you had like $1 million, you waste it on squirrels like a jackass. Instead of making your animation company, and then you could probably make your stupid
Well,
incel anime.
but you
No,
don't need
It
money
could
to
be
but
a
do
I don't
that.
know
thing.
anything about that business, Rock. It can sink. It's like, that way, like whatever I have, like I'll keep 20,000 myself, I'll invest, I'll make it like I won't stop working, like I'll keep grinding, and that 20,000 I'll use whatever, like I'll keep some part which is for necessary, like okay, in case of emergency, rest I'll invest in stuff.
Honestly, you should spend half of that on investing. The other half you spend for your
Yes, yeah.
family.
And my point was, you
I
ideally
was
should
only
invest
keeping
it.
5,000, I'm like 15,000 I'll invest.
You're gonna lose that
Ideally, you
five
should invest
thousand,
it.
and you're gonna be sad.
Ideally, you should invest it in like something that you want to be out there in the world. Like if I had a lot of money, like $1 million, I would start like a music studio. That would be my one of my dreams. Because I love making music. and it would be great to give other artists um, that kind of opportunity.
Or
Or even if I had
you're
and
gonna
if I had a lot of money, I would give
Rook,
it to make video games
Rook,
too.
Rook is
you're gonna
just
turn
that,
it into that.
business is completely different, right? Like when you love music and when you are using music as a business, those are two different kind of stuff. Like when you love
No, I
music and
Not
you
know.
really.
support the artist,
Not
at
really,
one
bro.
point, if you don't execute stuff correctly, you are going to run out of the money.
Not really, bro. Not really. It's not about execution. It's about sales. That's all
Yeah,
that
that's the
Yeah.
matters.
business side. Like if
That's all
he's
that
only
matters.
like if he's only giving money to the artist and he's like, okay, I'm gonna like advertise about this and then but the sale is not coming, but he's still giving the money to the artist and he sees the potential. He wants to be like the what do you say? Like tell me some
Beyonce,
music teacher who was
Beyonce,
legendary.
Beyonce,
Oh, fuck yourself.
Beyonce.
She's not a music teacher.
Yes, she is.
Like some music teacher that had a prod teacher who became some big like rock
Beyonce,
would be
Beyonce.
go fuck yourself
No,
up.
no, no.
Who
Though, listen. I'm not under the illusion that I want to find the next big thing. No, I would just like to, if I'm rich enough, to have a studio where I can pop out albums. It doesn't mean that I want the studio to be the best one. I just
you
want to make
know
if I can make a living out of that. That's
yeah
like it's like if you have a dream to make a company that's like, for let's say for example, makes maple syrup. You don't have to be the best maple syrup company in the world, but you can do well enough to always have that company and pass it on to your children and just make money out of that. It doesn't have to be the best one in the world, you
So
know.
what you're saying is that money won't bring you happiness, but doing what you love would bring you happiness.
Exactly, exactly, yeah, and you can use
So
money to achieve that
the money will
in a way.
help, but it's not what you need. What
Well,
you
no,
need,
money is the ultimate backup. It's the ultimate safety
yeah
net. It's
like
the
like
ultimate
all
like
these
safety
rich
net for
people
it.
like
like
the
I
reason
said,
the reason why they try these things out because they have that much money they can lose. Like if I
Exactly,
invest
yeah.
thousand
hey,
dollars, so that $1,000 if I lose, I'll be perfectly fine. Similarly, all these people they would spend like 250 million on something and be like, okay, if I lose that much, I'll be fine.
Exactly. It's very different when you are starting a
Yeah,
company from scratch
I
yeah,
and you
disagree.
and when you
really
only have
I
limited
disagree.
funds, when
Money,
you have a limited funds,
the limited funds doesn't affect anything. If you're
it
then
does,
it
especially
would be
yeah.
it
like
It
doesn't,
does,
bro. It
yeah.
doesn't. Especially if you're starting a business, you gotta believe in your product no matter the cost.
yeah, but you even if you
No
believe in the
buts.
product,
No
if the
buts.
sales and everything else is
No
not good, then you
buts.
would go under.
What's wrong with that? It's just
Yeah,
money. It's
but
not the be all end all.
yeah, but
If you're letting money decide whether you do something or not, you got other issues.
Well, no, it's just being realistic
yeah,
and with the world sometimes, you
You're
know.
relying on something that isn't real.
like
Let's
you open
say
a music studio and then it fails. That means like what you loved was the music studio and now it's gone.
You didn't love the music studio. You love the music. That's why you made a music studio
Yeah,
to
yeah,
help
that
other
music
people
is
make
gone.
music.
That music gone.
When
Those people
the
are not
music
helped.
isn't
So
gone, the
everything
music's
is
still
gone.
there. The
No,
building
it's
is
gone.
gone. The music will never go away.
Like you won't be able
You
to
can make,
continue it. So
yeah,
it's
you
that.
can. You can make music out of your closet.
Yeah, but you are paying people to make the music. He's not. Roke said he is not going to
And
make.
they can
He's
still,
paying.
hey, and they can still make their music in your closet.
Yeah, they would be like, "Hey, buddy, you helped us, and we are going to work
There's
for
something to be
nothing."
said for believing in people.
Yeah,
That
but
is
people
never
also,
forgotten.
yeah, but you have to understand, like, all these people who, like, all these sports people, it's not like all those people who believed in it always stayed with them. Like, when they moved on to next best thing,
So you
and
want
this
them to
coach
be,
is left
so
behind.
you want the person to be dragged with them. You're not helping someone to go
No,
with them. You're helping so
I,
that they can succeed themselves. It doesn't matter if they remember you. You're helping them so that they can receive happiness from doing what they
No,
love.
this I'm using this as an example.
It's a
Like when
bad
you say they are
example.
going to stay in the closet, like they
Yeah,
would
what's
make
wrong with the
music in
closet?
the
Because they're still making the music.
like you
They're there
believe.
for music.
No, money is important for those
Money
people
is
as
not
well, so they will
important.
just go.
It's not
Man,
important.
this guy is not even realistic at all.
How am
He
I
just talks out of his
unrealistic?
ass.
My-
You see, because how are they fucking going to live if they are broke?
Plenty of
They
people
need
live
money.
with no money. What are you talking about?
No, Cass, here's the thing. I understand your point from the perspective of that's not the only way to do it. Money is not the only way to be successful. I
Hmm.
understand it from that perspective. Or our perspective is money facilitates the whole process, and
I disagree.
it's a safer risk, and you're more likely to succeed with more money backing you up
Success,
than you're
money doesn't mean
than having no
success.
money.
Money does not increase your success. Look at fucking Space Jam. We all
Oh
know that
my
movie's
fucking
fucking
god!
shit. Money
That's
does
just
not equal success. Come on now.
no,
Yeah,
no,
but they still make
increases.
money.
It's not equal. It's increases.
It
That's the
doesn't
main
increase.
point
Like
here.
It
if
doesn't increase your
even if a
success either.
movie flops,
Look
if
at
it makes the,
look at fucking who's some shitty actor? Common. How much money does he get paid in those shitty roles he does? He gets paid a
I
shit ton of money. And
don't
that
know, not really. What imagine not? I would pay
yeah,
him
he
like
gets.
20 bucks. I would pay Kama like 20 bucks to be in my movie. Honestly.
he,
20 cents.
he,
He's not even worth 20 cents. He should pay
yeah.
you. He should honestly pay you to be in that movie.
He
Yeah.
probably does. We don't know. He probably pays the director. He's like, give me a small role. I would just work for it, and that's it.
Bro.
But
Common.
chaos. It's a fact of the world that money facilitates everything,
Not
Yeah,
including
so
success opportunity.
not my world.
And that's just how it is.
I
not
think
my
in
world.
I think in your world, the way you see it, yes, money is. But money does not do all that.
No, no, no. And here's the thing that when you talk, you always equate it to like, I'm saying you need money you absolutely need it to be successful. That's not what I'm saying.
No, that's
I'm
not what I
saying it
mean. But you're
helps
saying
out.
it helps. It doesn't help that much.
Exactly.
It doesn't help that much.
That's just subjectively wrong. I don't know how you can say that.
If
I
you
believe
believe
in the
in it,
people,
yeah.
not
See, he's
money.
like that belief. He's in the belief mode. Like when he's in the belief mode, he's like, I believe in myself. That means I can take down Brock Lesnar.
I can.
That's kind of a mode he's on. It does not matter. Talking to him.
It's
And
amazing.
then
The some reason so many people fail isn't because they don't have money backing up in them. It's because they don't believe that they can do it without money or
well, you
without
gotta
support.
rationalize your decisions, dude, especially in the situation that you're in. Let's say that you have like a girlfriend at the time and
Okay.
she's pregnant and you're expecting a kid, and let's say you're a streamer
Yo, what
and
is
you want
she?
to.
What is she? What's the girlfriend? What's her race?
She's
She's
not black. How about that?
she's not black, dude. Okay, it's your fantasy situation. She's not black.
Okay, okay,
Okay, and
okay,
she's pregnant. She's pregnant with your baby,
okay,
and let's say that you want to pursue a streaming career,
okay.
but you're not really making it, and she's telling you need to get a job. You need to get a job because we need money, and this baby coming on the way.
Okay.
What are you gonna say to her? I'm following my dream. Shut the fuck up. Is that
So,
what you're gonna say to her?
how did I become a streamer in the
No,
first place? What happened to my old job?
No, no, this
you
is
quit it.
no, 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 dude. We're going with your mentality that you should pursue it no matter the cost.
Yeah, you
All
should.
right.
You should.
Well, there you go. Would you still pursue being a streamer, or would you get a job to actually get some money in?
Streaming is a job. I'll go
Yeah, but
for it. I gotta
right now,
believe. There's a risk and reward in everything. I gotta believe in myself. I'll go for
I'm
it.
trying to imagine with the
I'll
numbers
go
that you
for
have
it.
right now.
I'll
Right
go
now,
for
you're
it.
not monetized on YouTube, right?
I'll go for it. No job means I have more time to work on it.
And what if your girlfriend is, I can't live with you because you're not providing a secure, a stable home, and I need a man who can get a job, and all you're doing is following your dream.
If she isn't gonna let me follow my dream, it's obviously not gonna work.
So bye bye, girlfriend with the baby. Bye
Cause I,
bye. See ya.
hey, hey,
See
I
ya.
can still see the kid. That's not the problem. The problem is, I would never deny her from following whatever her dream was.
No, but it's not about the dream. It's about right now the situation. Like you
The
need money, and
situation.
yours, and if
People
you,
always want money. They always need money. They say you don't.
yeah, but your girl's pregnant, she would be in hospital.
People can
The
get
money is
birth at
required for
home.
the
There's
kid.
plenty of home births. What are you talking about? Hospital.
Look at this fucking. Oh my god. This guy. Holy fucking
Have
shit.
you ever seen someone give birth at home?
Lord, I imagine Chaos girlfriend like, come on, we gotta get to the hospital, and Chaos is like, no, no, I got this. Just let me Google how to live with a baby. I got this. I can do it myself.
Yeah,
Look,
and then the baby,
you're
then
acting like
it's
home
gonna be
births
like,
don't think
oh,
happen.
she needs a C-section, and Kira's gonna be like, it's all right, baby, believe, believe in the
I'll just tell the
power,
kitchen. I'll
believe
just
your
tell the
home will
kitchen
get
like,
bigger,
we can do this.
You're assuming I
and
would
then both
know
of
that she
them
needs a
die.
C-section? Come on now.
Yeah, he's just
But
gonna
if you
let
were
her die,
Home
if you
and
were
birth.
in
there
the
gonna be two
hospital,
dead bodies in his bathtub, and then you're gonna be like, okay, on to the streaming. That was it.
Hey guys, my wife just died giving birth in the
Yeah,
bathtub.
and you can see her in the bathtub. You know that hand? Yeah, she was just trying to give the baby the baby. Some complication happened, and yeah. So, anyways, let's talk about this current music video that we are going to react to. What is it? Oh,
Five more subs, and I dance with the body.
yeah.
don't worry, I'll blur out my body, my wife's body. I'll blur it out along with
I'll
the
make it
baby.
a Twitch emote thing. Dead baby, dead baby, dead wife.
Yes, honestly, you are honestly delusional. You
People,
need money in this world. You need
you
money
don't.
in this world to facilitate everything. And
No, no.
everything in life could be solved with money,
So you're
including
saying
finding love.
so how literally how do the Amish get around? How do fucking hippies in the wilderness live?
They die.
Everybody dies. So what's the
Eh,
problem?
You know
Everybody
what
dies.
was that movie where the guy goes to like a jungle? He's like, he gets admitted in a good university. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna just roam around in the jungle. Into the Wild, was it?
Tarzan?
No,
The
no, no,
beach
no,
with Leonardo DiCaprio.
no. The new one. Into the Wild. I think that's what it's called. The guy dies
The
in the
Jungle
jungle.
I got
Book.
no idea.
He dances with the bear. You talk about the Jungle Book.
No, Into the Wild.
Oh, Little Mermaid. Little
You're
Mermaid.
talking about Jungle to Jungle, where Tim Allen has a kid that was
Son of
raised.
wealthy parents, graduates from Emory University, is a top student and an athlete. However, instead of embarking on a prestigious and profitable career, he chooses to give his savings to charity, rid himself of his possessions, and set out on on a journey to Alaskan wilderness. That was the movie, and it was directed by Sean Penn.
Who the fuck cares who directed that shit, bro?
Yeah, it was a good movie. That dude dies at the end.
Yeah, Warhorse was good too. Shut the fuck up.
It was. It was.
Nigga, Warhorse trash.
No, it was
So
good.
you need
But
from a movie to give it
anyways,
a 10 out of 10
but
from
anyway,
for the character to die at the end.
but you see,
No, it's like Chaos is saying, like, hippies. So he's like, he chose that kind of a life, and what
that's
happens at the
because
end?
y'all
He
are so
dies.
scared. Y'all so scared of failing. You're not willing to just go out on a limb and give up everything to pursue
I mean, to be
a
honest, I
dream or
am
to
kind
try
of scared
something.
of feeling. That's why I never pursued
Everybody
them. But then again, I
fails.
never had a
What's
dream.
everybody fails? That's the beauty of
Like
it.
Martin Luther
It's
had a
okay.
quote, I had a dream. My quote will be, I never had a dream.
No, no, no. That was Hitler instead of had a dream. It wasn't Luther. It
Wasn't
wasn't
that
Luther Vandross. It
wasn't
was
that
Hitler.
wasn't that Rosa Parks back in the bus or something?
Yeah, she was
Yeah,
sleeping. She was
yeah.
sleeping at the back of the bus, and when she woke up, she said, "I had a dream."
After they knocked her out for sitting in the front, I had a dream.
And Frank, when she was
Exactly.
locked, and Frank, when she was locked in the cupboard, she was like, I have a dream.
Could she even speak?
Don't kill me.
Wasn't she like blind, deaf, and mute, or was that Helen Keller? That was Helen Keller.
Ellen Keller. Anne Frank was the Jewish girl who got killed.
Oh yeah, she's practically Helen Keller too. Wasn't she in the
Ellen Keller
attic?
didn't say
No, Rosa Parks, they basically told her, "Can you get out of the bus, though?" And she was like, "Nope, I don't want to get up. I don't feel like it." And she's
Dream.
a hero for that.
And then she was like,
And then
I
and
can in
then
my
that bus station,
dreams.
and then that bus station is now called Rosa Park Station.
Niggas, bro.
And it
But
and it has a
yeah,
statue of her. It has a statue of her sitting down and like waving. No, I'm not gonna get out. My feet hurt.
yo,
You
can
know,
somebody move this statue? I'm trying to sit on this bus. What the fuck?
bus station. Oh, I'm right. There is that bus station, Rosa Parks Plaza.
Wow, irrelevant. Hey,
But yeah, dude,
but
okay, dude,
yeah,
during that whole era, that shit was like racism at its fullest. Some white guy came to her and said like, "You need to get out of here, darky." And she was like, "No."
you sound like my history teacher in like third grade,
Did
And
he call you
then
darky? Did he call you darky? Because he shouldn't call you darky.
bro.
Darky.
I think he called me it started with an N. I forget what it was called. I think it was a color.
He
Negro
called she called you
Nigger
nagger. Nagger. You're a
Nagger,
nagger.
nagger,
Nagger.
nagger, nagger, nagger. People who annoy you.
Yeah, people who annoy you.
Can I say this?
Yes, you
Niggers.
can.
Ooh, I'm sorry. It's naggers.
It gets it's so fucked up, dude. You're like, because like I said, you're like, out of all of us, you're the one who buys the most useless shit. So you're the
You
one
gotta
that spends
remember.
the most. You're like, oh, we don't need money. You don't
Nothing
need
is
money,
useless.
man.
But you
Nothing is
gotta
useless.
remember,
He's not
it's
wasting
useless to
money.
you. I buy it because I want it. That means it has use for me because I wanted it. I don't. But for you, it's useless. But for me, my want for it, it gives it use. Like I said, I'll buy other people's stuff. I don't really care.
I
It's
just want to
useless in the
say
sense that it's not
For
essential.
you,
It's not essential.
nothing.
dude, you have
Nothing in
so
life
many
is
Yeah, you
essential except for water,
and electricity, dude, and porn.
electricity.
You're
Isn't
forgetting a lot of
essential.
things. And
Porn isn't
cheese.
essential. Cheese is
No,
definitely not
you're
essential.
you're telling me no,
We
no, no.
don't.
You're
We
gonna set
don't.
up
We don't need anything but water
bullshit.
and
oh,
You
dude, you
food
need
need.
food.
and
What the
food.
fuck?
Water is food.
Yeah, you.
Freeze it. You got ice chips.
Yeah, it's still nothing. You would fucking die.
Hey, everybody dies. So what's to be worried
Yeah,
about?
here comes his cliched
Hey,
fucking
everyone
shit.
does die. So why would you be worried about dying?
Yeah, but they
It
died
shouldn't
like
stop you.
not
You don't know
it's
how
like
people die every day for whatever
yeah,
reason.
but
Their age
drinking
doesn't
water and
matter.
then dying, it's a suicide.
People die
You're
from
starving
eating
yourself.
too. People die from eating
Yeah, you're
too
starving
much.
yourself.
People die from drinking too much. People die from eating too much. People die
Yeah,
from
dude. But
drinking
if you
enough,
wanna
eating
die from
enough.
oh no, bullshit, look at Boogie. Boogie's like what?
Who the
Boogie
fuck
was
is
like
that?
400 pounds and he didn't die. You
Nigga, nigga, I'm
Boogie
not
should
six. I'm
should
not
be a
six.
Boogie.
I don't watch those Minecraft YouTubers. I'm not six.
He doesn't even play Minecraft, you asshole. He's the
Fuck.
guy that shot at the air at Frank, whatever the other fat
By the way,
dude.
Nigga,
wasn't Boogie the guy whose wife tried to kill him by making him too fat? Shit
No,
like that.
no, you know what? No, no, no. What? I don't know about that. What? You
Yeah.
want to kill you by putting your Twinkies? He's like, eat up, honey. More. You can have a couple
No,
more.
no, no. His wife was like his wife like fat person, so she was like, you have to be fat. So she kept feeding him, feeding him, feeding him. His doctor was like, you have to cut the diet or you'll
hey,
die.
he
But she
didn't
kept
have to
feeding him,
eat.
feeding him, feeding
He
him.
didn't have to eat it. He chose to eat that food. She wasn't shoving it down his throat and making him chew and swallow it.
Well, you know she was. Well, you know she was raping
Hey,
his mouth with
hey,
Twinkies. You don't know the story, guys.
hey, he could have just not swallowed it, and then he could have died, and cool, he would have lived, or he would have lived on as himself, and not become whatever the fuck he is now. There's always a
Oh, you're
choice. There's
persuaded now.
always a choice. Two people are too scared to die that they don't do some stuff.
You
Death
know
is
what? I think
every.
ever since that guy pointed at you and did nothing, you think you're some sort of superhero now, and that you're invincible, and you're not,
No,
buddy.
Since
Okay?
then,
You need
since
money. You
then,
need money.
invincible.
Listen, dude. First of all, you said you don't need even food to live. Okay? You said
I
water
don't.
is enough.
Hey,
Okay? You're
we all
not a
need food.
superhero, man. You're human, like all the
Also,
rest of us.
Hey, hey, when
also
you're in
your
the
brother-in-law saved your ass. Otherwise, you would have been shot.
I truly believe I would have been fine.
Yeah, because
You
like
know,
when the
Dude,
you
bullet
know
would
when
have
you're,
entered, his will would have strengthened his body like Superman, and then the bullet would be like pop.
you know, when I was at work, this tattoo on my arm, or you can't even see it, but this one right here, I got a cut on it yesterday. It cut right across my arm. On the tattoo, you can't even see it because I'm strong. The tattoo healed me, nigga. Literally,
What the
a
fuck?
piece of metal
This-
cut me right there. I felt it. I looked down. That's the first cut I've ever
he,
gotten on this
he's
tattoo,
got, he's got
and
super
Because the
nothing
cut
healing
was
now.
happened. Nothing
shallow.
happened.
Because the cut was
Super
shallow.
healing now.
That's why
Nothing
they.
Shit.
happened. It cut right across the tattoo, and I was like, "Fuck," and then nothing happened.
Because it was shallow cut.
No,
It
it was
wasn't
literally
deep cut.
metal. I felt it. That's why the only reason I look. I got so many cuts on my arms, I don't feel them. This one, I felt it. Clean cut. No blood. No nothing.
What cut?
I'm different.
What kind of a
I'm
cut is
different.
it?
I'm just
Yeah,
different.
motherfucker,
Okay,
you are
okay.
different.
Okay, Hancock.
Like I
Okay,
said,
Hancock.
people are too scared to fail, of death, of losing money to actually do things. That's y'all.
No,
You're afraid to give
people
up
are
everything. You
realistic,
could
dude.
live.
People are realistic. People
That
are
is
realistic. Okay?
realistically, we don't need any of the stuff we have today. You can survive on water alone. Go to a
Don't
hospital.
stop saying that. That's
Go,
not true.
go to a hospital. They don't need food. They put niggas on water and oxygen. There you go.
They do give you food, okay? I had food. I had
Nigga,
a hospital food,
if you're
and I
passed
like it
if
actually.
you're passed out, they're just gonna give you a water drip.
Dude, I was locked in like a mental hospital for like a week, and all they did was like give us drugs, and we were all dazed, and they would just give us
I went
drug and
to
food every day.
I went
Sounds
to
like a good tea.
what's it called?
Was there hot nurses there?
What? No, not hot nurses. Not even one, dude.
Ah, shit. That sucks.
All women are beautiful though.
Go to hell, Chaos.
It's a black.
Go fuck
It's a
yourself.
the black ones.
Yeah.
They're
Go fuck
they're
yourself,
beautiful
Chaos.
too. Just not my type.
Nah,
Everything
dude.
you
Honestly, look at all the shit that you buy, and then you tell me money is not important,
It's
and then you
not.
don't need food and all
How
that
the
shit.
fuck do
Come
you buy
on.
it? Do you buy it from your fucking tears? You just cry on Amazon and fucking pay for it?
I got these from Nike.com. I love these LeBrons.
The, I mean, that looks good. I have to say. Those shoes are
Shout out
fine.
to LeBron James. I
Why?
buy it not
Shout
for
out to
necessity.
Nike.
I buy it. Fuck Nike. Shout out to LeBron James. Okay, I buy it because I want it. I don't need any of this stuff.
Looks
When I
good.
like it, I'm like, wow, this is cool, and then I put it away until I wear it.
Bro, you would be the same thing if you were rich. You would have a jet. You
I
would be
have a
like,
jet.
what because I want to
I
do?
don't even
Huh?
I don't like flying because I sleep the whole time. Why would I have a jet?
Why would you have Funko Pops? At least a jet is more useful.
How is it more useful than a Funko Pop to me?
Because a jet takes you places.
Funko Pops take me places in my
No,
mind.
they don't. All you do is put them in a tape. First of all,
I don't put them
they're
in a.
waste of money.
Yeah.
Listen, the more Funkos you buy, then you gotta buy tables for them. So that's
Yeah.
more money for other shit.
That table over there is already full. Like I really do. Like if I didn't make this desk place, I would have. I have like 10, 12 Funko Pops right here. You can't see them because I've run out of room already. Like I need more room. I gotta get some stuff for my walls. Like I've run out of room.
Now you need a bigger
Like,
house
like,
for all your shit.
like all those
For
boxes there.
$10.
I gotta find a place to put them. It won't be hard to put, but
Put them on the bed and sleep on the floor.
fuck that, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You could sleep on the floor.
I can, but why would I? I'll sleep on my bed. I'll
Because
throw
you
it over
can.
the floor.
You don't really need anything, like you said.
But I'm gonna do. At the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna sleep on my bed. The Funko Pops can go on the floor. Like I said, it's cool. I got them. If I unbox them, it's gonna be great. Cool. I'm gonna put them away then. I'm gonna put them somewhere. And I'm not gonna look at them again till I move them probably.
Holy fuck. Man,
Y'all are confusing necessity and use with wants and needs. You're confusing everything.
like Chaos wants a girl and all he gets is hand jobs that he gives himself. How's your Bumble going? I just remembered. Nothing?
My hand's my girl right now. And she's beautiful.
Nah, dude, I'm at the point that I hate even that. I wish I didn't need it.
You don't need it. Then don't do it. It's
No,
simple.
you do
You
need to
don't.
release the ball
No,
more
you
every once
don't.
in a while. You
No,
need
you don't.
every once in a while you need to come in a toilet or two. You know.
No, you don't. You don't need to ever do that. It's all in your
Ash, have you
mind. It's all in your mind.
Ash, have you ever tried coming in the sink instead of the toilet just to bury it up to switch things around?
What? No,
You
fuck.
ever,
Why would I do that?
you ever tried coming in your one of your roommates' drinks and not telling
No.
them?
Yeah. Have you ever
No.
tried coming in the refrigerator?
No.
Yeah.
What
Next
the
time,
fuck?
next time you're cooking for everybody, just come in the bowl and be like, "Hey, I made some food for everyone."
My special recipe.
It's the secret sauce.
Oh, God, you
Make
guys.
make some cream filled donuts for everybody.
You know why we made the comparison, Ash? It's because coming in a refrigerator is as weird as coming in a toilet. That's our whole fucking point.
What the fuck?
Okay?
The fact that you
It
run,
really is.
you jerk off on your couch and you run to the toilet to come. Like what the
The
fuck?
fact that you know what? I commend you because you're like adding cardio to it. It's a good exercise. I'll give you
Yo,
that.
what if
But it's
somebody's
kind of pointless.
what if somebody's in the bathroom? You gotta
There
hold
is
it
another
in.
Yeah.
bathroom.
You keep going
There
and
is
holding it in like. Oh
there is
man.
there's another bathroom.
What if they're both? Someone's in both of them. You just come in like the
Then
plants.
then I'll just have to come in the pants. No choice.
Just come on your stomach, bruh.
Oh, I have tissues there. I could use it.
Give yourself what?
Just
No dishes.
look. Just come on yourself. It's easy.
Tissues, I
Everyone's done
said
it.
tissues.
Hey, everyone's come in their own face, haven't they?
Only you
It's
have.
it's a common thing.
Only by accident.
Yeah, see, it's
And
not planned. It happens.
what, really?
Yes.
Oh.
I've given myself facials a few times. Like, ah. Like,
You know the shit. We
you
have
get
talked about
why,
this before.
you get why you don't surprise girls. Like, if they let you come on them, you tell them, I'm coming. When you come on yourself, you understand. Okay.
You know, one time I can understand, but you keep saying many times. Like we had this conversation
Hey,
before.
it happens. Sometimes you shoot. When you shoot, you shoot.
Listen. How many times do you masturbate in an average lifetime? It's gonna happen more than once.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen like at least 20 times in your life. It might even happen to you as an old man. You may be an old man with your own cum on your face. That's just how life is.
Especially if you don't jerk off like often. Like if you do like once a month or whatever,
Yeah.
you're just gonna,
Once you let that shit
you're gonna
build
have a
up like a
lot.
volcano, yeah.
So
Oh, I jerk off daily.
what? You gotta jerk off today
I do it before sleeping
every day.
every day.
You got a problem, man. Go get a girl.
Oh yeah, but this reminds me. You know, last time we had this kind of conversation about you jerking off. I laughed so hard that there was another girl that was sitting, and she just left.
You should.
Because
You honestly should have asked her to help you out.
Girls talk about that shit too with other girlfriends. Why is she so hypocritical?
no, it's just that you know I was in the study room. You were supposed to stay quiet. It was exam time, and this dude just made me laugh so hard. I was like, shit, and she was like, fuck,
Or
time to leave.
you should have asked
She was
her.
like, ugh, boys are disgusting. Ugh, ugh.
Yo, did you
You
have
don't
us
know
on?
why I
This,
laughed.
this dude probably had us on speaker, and the whole room was listening to us.
No, we were chatting. So Nobody heard, but I just read and I was like, fuck. Holy shit. I didn't know that people come on their faces, so it was like a news to me. And then this guy said,
Listen,
I didn't do
don't
it
make a
once,
big deal
twice,
about
many
it,
times.
dude. It happens. Accidents happen. Okay? It's not
See,
like people are coming on their first winning league. I imagine some people are, but
and you
Yeah,
gotta,
not
for
me.
us, it's
and
probably.
like with what we were talking about, like even like consumerism, like people come on, people, everybody comes, everybody can come. Some people come on faces, their own faces. Everybody buys stuff. That's cool. Some people want to buy a bunch of big shit and then complain. Some people want to buy a bunch of small shit, complain. Some people want to complain about what other people buy. Just worry about your own cum, you know? Worry about your what you're buying.
Yeah, just worry about your own comment where that comment is going to shoot. Because it could be your face. And you know what?
Especially
It's all right if it's your own face.
yeah, especially with like your dick, you can't always aim. Like it's tough. Some you don't know
Yeah,
what's gonna come out. It might be like a fucking fountain. It might be a dribble. You never know.
that's
Just go
true.
with the flow. When someone else comes into your life and you worry about their coming too, cool. But for now, focus on your own come. However you want to spend your time beating